So this is the story of the time Charlie fell off a cliff.
Yeah. Right. Gina had told me to do a take 2 of this. Apparently, it was all over the place. So yeah.
He just started telling the story with no context at all.
Yeah. So welcome to another NQPC video. We're going to do a random story time video because we realised the story we're about to tell you hasn't been put anywhere online yet, and it's probably quite funny for those of you that aren't me. And yeah. So sit back, enjoy the story. And don't forget to like and subscribe.
So this is the story of the time Charlie fell off a cliff.
Yeah.
Hashtag not clickbait.
Yeah, no, we actually... Yeah, I nearly died. Yeah, so we were, you know that time when Boris let us out for a little while? He said, you can do some bits, don't go too crazy. We went camping in Cornwall.
Yeah. Video below.
Yeah.
And I'll put a picture in of where it was, or he will. And it was Fistral Beach. So Fistral Beach is like down on the left, and then there's quite a big cliff and a hotel and stuff. So we were walking like along the cliff top bit. It's kind of a hill stroke cliff.
It's that traditional like bit where it's like land that's out at sea, so you get a really good view. It's very high up. Anyway, really nice walk.
You know, a cliff.
Really recommend it, but don't recommend what I did. So basically, we walked along there, all really nice. I was using my Firefly attachment on my wheelchair because of all the hills and all the pushing for Gina.
I was taking video clips, I think, or like just looking at the view, not really paying attention.
And so I'm going along, and basically I didn't realise that there was a stone sticking up, and it was probably about that.
Yeah.
Yeah. And basically I hit it, and not even hit it fast. Hit it, and it just kind of wobbled the wheelchair, and the wheelchair went, and then I realised that like I'd slid, and I didn't realise at the time. Gina was like, oh no, I'm fine. I'm like, Charlie, you're hanging off a cliff.
Yeah, so what happened was, basically, I think because you were going slowly, when you hit it, it just threw it off. It didn't have the momentum to go over it, because it was a rock that if you'd got the momentum, it probably wouldn't have bothered it at all. But he went sideways. Obviously, instantly I saw it and ran over to him, and I pulled the wheelchair up off him as much as I could, and then was just grabbing onto his legs and pulling him up. And he's going, like, what are you doing? Like, calm down. Like, seriously, I'm fine. You don't stop panicking. And obviously, your fight or flight mode, I was just trying to pull him up the cliff to actually get him up. And it was one of those cliffs that basically, it obviously wasn't a direct drop like this, else we would not be telling this story. But it was
There'd
a
be
slight
no more
incline.
NQPC videos.
Yeah, it was like a slight incline. So had he, he could have carried on sliding, and then down the bottom there was rocks. So it was serious, serious. Yeah. But because there was the slight incline, he hadn't gone all the way down. He hadn't just dropped. So that's why I was trying to grab onto his legs and just pull him up so that it was on like a flatter bit where we could actually get him up. Obviously, 2 blokes came from nowhere, came running over. This grass stuff was so slippy, my sandal came off.
Yeah.
So I'm trying to pull him up, my sandals come off. These blokes, bless them, grabbed hold of him and were helping us pull him up. And then the bloke nearly fell down the bloody cliff because he fell over my sandal. But yeah, obviously you're just utter panic mode because in my head, when I've seen him, he's just gone over the side of a cliff. It's one of those as well, that when you're further back, it looks like a drop. So I'd ran over thinking he'd fucking gone. And yeah, pulled you up, and then finally got you into the wheelchair and everything. And I think again, you were just you didn't realise. And then as I said to you, no, Charlie, I need to get you
Yeah,
up.
that was probably not the funniest, but most terrifying bit, because it was that cartoon moment of going, oh, that's a long way down.
Literally, because I went to him no, I need to get you up. I need to get you up this cliff. And he turned around, and obviously as soon as he turned his head, he could see the drop. And you were just oh shit, get me up. So like, obviously we pulled him up, got the wheelchair onto the path, got him into the wheelchair, and then the people that were helping us were like, "Are you okay? Like, is everything okay?"
Yeah.
And both of us are just like, "Well, yeah."
In fairness, like I wasn't injured or anything.
No.
I was a bit dusty, but that was about it.
Yeah, like obviously once we were off the edge of the cliff, it was fine. Like, and I think everyone was just kind of in shock. Like, okay, what just happened? They went off and like carried on with their day. I think I offered to get them a drink or something because I was like, we were right by a cafe, and yeah, like not until we were kind of halfway down the road, I think we both stopped, and the panic hit us both. We were both like, shit, that
I
could have
almost
gone.
died.
Yeah, that could have gone so wrong. And I said, imagine those blokes are just like walking along the beach now, or gone for a little coffee, and then they're like, did we just save that guy's life? Like, technically, yes. Like, I mean, I'll try and get a photo of the cliff where you can actually see where he would have fallen, because you'll realise what I mean by...
I think there's a clip of me near it. I think
there is a couple of clips. I mean from like the other edge, because you can see that there's like a slight incline and then a drop.
I'll go through the Cornwall footage and I'll find a clip if we've got one. Also, slight disclaimer, like, obviously, it happened because of me, not anything to do with the company that do the firefly catchment.
No, it's as with anything. Like, if you hit something that's sticking out the ground, like if you were on a bike or anything, it wouldn't be the bike's fault. It's just the fact that you were going slowly and you didn't see the rock because both of us were looking at the view.
But I mean,
obviously we laugh about it now. Like, obviously, as soon as we came home, like, I think we texted your parents because his parents were in Cornwall at the same time, and we were literally hopping behind each other. So like, when they were in Newquay, we were in Newquay the day after.
Funny little anecdote though. Talk about polar ends of the spectrum. We're staying in a campsite, and my parents are in like a 5-star hotel, having nice dinners.
They were hotel hopping because they were going like literally around Cornwall. But yeah, we kind of text them like obviously.
Be glad I'm still here.
Yeah, everything is obviously fine, but Charlie literally just fell down a cliff. Like, the realisation of it afterwards was just utter shock, and I think you were a little bit shook. Like, you were very careful driving the Firefly for the rest
I still am.
Day.
Like, I've had a couple. I mean, you've seen the Instagram clip, and I will put it here.
No, link it below, and they can go and view it on Instagram and then follow us.
Yeah, I'll do both. Anyway, so you would have seen that. Obviously, I had that incident. I've had a couple of other instances, but it's purely just where I'm getting used to the system, and I am still quite cautious with it. Just understanding, like I actually used it today, and I was talking to Gina saying that it's more just knowing how to balance your body for different situations when using it, because obviously it can go up curbs, it can do bits like that, but it's just getting the stabilisation, is that a word?
Yeah.
Of the chair so that it doesn't tip.
But long story short,
I died.
Be careful on the edge of the cliff.
Yeah, don't do that.
If you like this video, then comment down below what videos you want to see, because we're obviously in lockdown. We can't get as many out and about footage, and we're struggling. Like, we're just going to come up with ideas, any fun challenges that you think we should try.
No, I'm not going to throw myself off a cliff, so no one suggest that, please.
And what's the end?
Like, subscribe, and we'll see you in the next video.